All right, my name is Claude Cummings Jr. I am a graduate of the 1970 Kashmere class. My class was the last midterm class to graduate from Kashmere. So we're here tonight for the Kashmere Former Athletes Association, a group that was formed some years ago to help Kashmere athletes during times when needed. And that could be a number of things. It could be, for instance, during the hurricane. We provided food, we provided paper, we provided other goods for not only the athletes, but also students there at Kashmere. During the pandemic, there were kids that needed computers. The Kashmere Former Athletes Association provided computers, so those young boys and girls could have computers to be able to do their work from school. So this organization is vision, is to make sure that we reunite as a group, bring together the resources, both people and financial resources, to be able to help Kashmere be a better school of learning. And I'm excited to be a part of it. It's a great event on tonight, and looking forward to the rest of the speakers and everything else that's going to take place this evening.
Okay, my name is Dr. Albert Livens. I am the Master of Ceremonies for the Kashmere banquet tonight. I attended Kashmere and graduated in 1963. It is an honor and a privilege. This is the second time they have asked me to be the MC. This event is really recognizing the outstanding athletes and people in the athletic field from Kashmere. We had many great athletes. We had a great coach, Billy Matthews, who went to the NFL, and we are just happy to be here.
My name is Carolyn Holland Hughes, Kashmere 1965 graduate, as well as a past honoree, and we're having a wonderful time with this event, which is going to benefit so many students to get scholarships. So it is a worthwhile event.
My name is Linda Calhoun, Linda Sims Calhoun, and I'm here supporting the Scholarship Fund, which is a very good event. Former honoree, and glad to be here. Seeing old classmates and people that I haven't seen in years. It's just good to be here tonight.
My name is Janice Green Cooper. I'm here because I am a graduate of Kashmere, and I received the Ring of Honor a couple of years ago, and I know that it's an awesome opportunity to represent and build up our children.
Hi, my name is Joanne Green Roberts. I try to support Kashmere High School every year at this function because I know it's about scholarships. Nowadays, we need to stand behind our children and be a backer for them. We have to raise a village. That's what it takes. I love coming to these events. I was a recipient a few years ago, and I am so thankful for being a part of the athletic community while I was at Kashmere. And I plan to come every year if the Lord says the same. Thank you.
My name is Harvey Armstrong. I'm here to celebrate my nephew, Antonio Armstrong, who's the athlete, scholar at Kashmere High. He's no longer here. He passed away 4 years ago, tragically. So I want to just continue to salute him. I'm so honored to be here to celebrate his name, to celebrate his legacy, the things that he has done for Kashmere High School, the things that he has done for his family. His sister's here, his mother is home taking care of things, but we just want to continue to salute a great man, a man of God, a great athlete. He deserved to be in the Hall of Fame. I just wish he was here to accept this award, because Antonio was a guy that just loved everyone. And for people to continue to salute him, to celebrate him. He has 2 kids, and they're not here, but we will continue to salute and celebrate the name Antonio Armstrong. His names will always be in the rafters, will always be regarded, and will always be treasured and cherished by us and his sister and his kids. Antonio Armstrong is a true Hall of Fame man of God, great athlete, great father, great nephew. He's my nephew, and I'm proud to say that I love that man, and he deserves every honor and every award that he will receive tonight and from this point on. Thank you.
I'm Danshika Armstrong. I am a graduate of Kashmere Senior High School, class of 1998. I am here to honor my brother, Antonio Armstrong, who is class of 1991, who was actually he was a graduate, and from Kashmere, he actually went on to A&M college with a full scholarship, and from A&M, he went on to the NFL. And he has been honored today for the Hall of Fame, and I'm here to honor him on his behalf. He passed in 2016, July 29th of 2016. I'm here to honor him because he's no longer here, but his legacy lives on through his son, Antonio Armstrong Jr., and also Kayra Armstrong, as well as Josh Armstrong. And so me as his sister, my uncle and I are here to honor him on this day because, like I said, he's no longer here. He was an athlete, a great father. He was a business owner of first-class training. I'm so proud of him and all that he has accomplished, throughout the NFL, as well as afterwards being an Aggies Little League coach, agility coach, and all that he's, like I said, all that he's accomplished. But from the root of it was Kashmere. They taught him how to be strong, how to endure, how to keep on, and to go beyond his boundaries. He went beyond the boundaries of Kashmere Gardens. He went on to, like I said, A&M, to Miami Dolphins, to San Francisco, as well as the Broncos and the Canadian League. But from there, he came back to Houston and he started a first-class training with 4 different gyms around the Houston area. Very successful businessman. And once again, it all started with Kashmere Senior High School, where he's been honored today. And as well as myself, I've accomplished many things through Kashmere, as well as my brother, but we are here to honor him today. I'm so blessed to be his sister. He was my mentor, he was my everything, and so it is an honor to be here on his behalf. Once again, a Kashmere graduate from 1998, and my brother from 1991, my uncle from 1980 something, and my dad as well. So it's a blessing and it's an honor to be here. Thank you. Antonio Armstrong.
Okay, my name is Joyce Branch Mills, and I understand this is an event to raise scholarships for students at Kashmere. I am here because I am one of the inductees from the class of 1972. I was a cheerleader during that time, but I started going to Kashmere in the 60s when it was Kashmere Junior Senior High. And I went there 7th grade, 8th grade until they got a new building and our old location became Key and the new location became Kashmere. And so cheerleader at Key, cheerleader at Kashmere is just the best high school I could have ever gone to. Love it. It's a school where all my siblings graduated from it. My 2 daughters graduated from it. Some great educators at Kashmere and some great people came out of Kashmere.
Okay, good evening. My name is Barbara. Barbara Henderson's my married name. My maiden name is Middleton, Barbara Middleton Henderson. And I'm very, very proud and happy to be here. My cousin Christopher is one of the honorees tonight. And so is one of my neighborhood childhood friends, Rayford Willis, and then another classmate, Annie. So I'm here amongst a lot of school friends. I finished over 50 years ago, so this gray hair kind of represents the time of 1965 when I graduated from Kashmere. And this group has done a beautiful job with doing the scholarships and the fundraisers to help the students as they come through and matriculate on through college, and I'm proud to be a part to help to support that. So far, it's been a beautiful evening. The menu's nice, the place is beautiful. Everybody is dressed up, looking pretty, and the young man interviewing me is especially nice. And with that, I just hope and pray the rest of the evening goes well, which I believe it will. And again, I'm honored and proud to be here.
I'm Bruce Middleton of the class of '73. I'm here at this occasion for the Former Athletes Association to support a good cause. I graduated in 1973, and I'm also I was a part of the band, so the Kashmere Stage Band of the movie Thunder Soul. But I was a drum major in '73 for the band. So the band and the football team, we conjunction. So we had the football team, we had the band. So I'm just here to support all my friends and tell everyone hello, and it's a blessing to be here. We're having a good time. Bruce Middleton at gmail.com. You need to see my music is on iTunes, or you can watch one of my television shows on Channel 17, Houston Media Source. And I'm just here to support the cause. And so many people here. It's amazing. Thank you.
My name is Frederick Dunham. I'm the class of 1973 of Kashmere High School, and very honored to be selected into the Athletic Ring of Honor. It's a great event. I encourage everybody in the future to support the event, become a member, what you have to do. This is a great event for Kashmere High School, so we can all stay positive and behind Russell Charles, the president, to make this thing continue to be a great success. Thank you very much.
Maurice Asbury. I'm here for, I'm an honoree tonight. I was a catcher back in 1971, all district catcher. Had a great time. So that's why I'm here tonight, to enjoy myself.
My name is Donna Bass, class of 91. I was inducted this year in the 2022 Hall of Fame for Kashmere former athletes. An honor, and I'm proud.
Hi, my name is Ingrid Stevens Kendall, and I'm honored to be an inductee of this year's Kashmere Former Athlete 2022. I'm so excited to be here. It's a wonderful, wonderful event. And the house is full of athletes, former athletes, and they are just wonderful to follow in line behind them. I'm so honored today. Thank you so very much.
Yeah, my name is Russell Charles. I'm the president of KFAA, and we have actually had one of our better banquets this year, even though the pandemic has been a factor in us having the event. We have all come together tonight, and it's been a beautiful event.
My name is Madison Lane, and I was chosen by former Athletes Association of Kashmere High School, and they invited me to their Ring of Honor ceremony where they induct a few athletes into the Hall of Fame for their athletic accomplishments while they attended school at the Kashmere High.
I'm Clara Alonzo Ramsey, a former teacher at Kashmere, and I'm here tonight to celebrate with my nephew, Ralph Cooper. And the event tonight I thought it was very enlightening, refreshing to see old friends and former students.
My name is Denise Reynolds, and I am a former Kashmere graduate, 1975. I am also an honoree of the class of 2018, and I love the KFAA organization because they care about the former students there and also the students that are before us, and we'll offer scholarships for these kids, the ones that are not fortunate enough to have one or to get one. So that is the reason that I am a member of the KFAA Association. Thank you.
My name is Annie Brown Lamont. I am here because I was being honored by the Kashmere Athletic Association. And it's been a pleasure to be here. It's been a nice event. And I thank God for allowing me to see this event, to see this day. And to God be the glory for the wonderful things. Magnificent. I will be making a contribution to Kashmere. I will get a little bit closer to the association. Thank you. Thank God. Thank Mr. Cook and everyone who participated and organized this nice event.
My name's Reginald Jones. I was with the class of 1973, graduate, and honoree for this year's award. Kashmere, we had a great time. It's something that I think is well thought of by most of the people that came here, and I'll be back next year.
Hi, my name is Myrtle Skillerin, and I am from the class of Kashmere 1969, and I'm here to support my fellow classmates from the class of 69 being inducted into the Kashmire's Athlete Hall of Fame. Enjoyed, it's always enjoyed the function. The people work hard to put it on. It's for a worthy cause, and the fellowship is just great.
Hi, my name is Kathy Phelps Burrell, and I'm the class of 1969. I was a cheerleader for 4 years, and I played a little bit of tennis, and also was in the string orchestra. And so I was selected this year for this great honor. And I never did know that we were having such an event like this, so I plan to attend some more. And just thank you all so much for everything that you do for Kashmere and also for the community, and plan to be a great part of it in the future. Thank you.
My name is Sammy Johnson. I'm a 1970 graduate of Kashmere Senior High School. I am here at the 2020 Gala event, in which I was honored in the Ring of Honor for football, for baseball, and for track and field. And there were 28 of us who were nominated, and it's just a blessing that I have received this honor. And I'm thankful to the Kashmere Former Athletes Association for recognizing me and the other 27 recipients, and it's a pleasure being here. Thank you.
Good evening. I thought I was to give an introduction to you all, but I had to do it up here because his wife didn't make it, and I had to meet the daughter. She's so beautiful, bless her heart. I like beautiful women. I don't like no ugly one. Those of you that know me, you know I've been around in the HISD 55 years. Just retired January 31st last year. I sleep. I eat. I went to the Houston SPCA and adopted me a daughter cat, and her name is Christy. Her real name is Christina, and she's about to be put out the house because she's getting on my nerves. I didn't know female cats were so finicky and wanting to run everything. She poses when I take pictures. I should have sent y'all a picture to put up there. But this is our night. I go throughout the world talking about Kashmere Junior Senior High School, which opened the door September 1957. And I was a low 7th grader. Now, those of you who are modern, you don't know what low is and high. That's what we had. You had to go to low first, and then you had to pass low, then you went to high. If you didn't pass low, you stayed in low. Now, for all of you that are here, I'm hoping that you remembered that you had to be here. Okay? If you, I'm a character. Let's see which pocket I put it in. If you didn't remember, and somebody had to remind you, I present to you Prevagen. I take it every morning because I'll forget in a minute. And if you understand everything that I'm saying, there's something wrong with you. If you don't understand what I'm saying, you in 100% good spirit. Now, if you need to ask whether I'm telling you the truth, call 888-567-5385 and ask them any questions about me that you would like. They know me quite well. I don't pay for my privilege. Medicare. I'm at that point. Thank you, Jesus. Okay. Oh, I hear somebody saying I know it. All right, then. So we go to the doctor. We don't have to pay. I go because I have a woman doctor. I just like being examined. Her name is Dr. Brown. She just married last year. I told her I forgive her, but she should have waited a little longer. I would have proposed to her. I'm just not fast on those kind of things. We've had Larry, DJ Birdman Owens, give me a hand. Okay. You playing the upbeat music. I retired from church music 2 years ago because the preacher said, we're going in a different direction. Y'all heard that before? That means they're getting ready to fire you. We're going in a different direction. I said, well, which way you going? Up, back, down, what? You lying. I was hoping God would forgive him for that lie. He just wanted our choirs, notice I said choirs, to come on out. A good friend of mine just told me that, and she's been playing at her church for, well, she read in church, been there 71 years. She said the preacher came up to her and said they were going in a different direction. I said, well, what direction did he go? I won't call her name because she's well known. And she said, to the CDs over there, to the CD mixer. I said, oh, so he gonna do CDs to keep from paying you. I said, girl, go on about your business. Don't be bothered. God take care of you. We are going to open this with a prayer, which we should do in everything we do, because God knows our hearts. He knows our minds. And it's good to have fun and laugh. My school, when I left there last year, had an A rating. because I treated my people the way I wanted to be treated. And we would come to work in a hurry because once you get there, you knew you were going to enjoy being with the kids and with me, because I just wasn't a principal that stayed in the office looking important and trying to be important. I was already important when I got there. So I didn't need to do nothing else to be important. And they just, they clowned when I retired. I didn't let them know until the last minute. And I'm out. Thank you, Jesus. Okay, so where's Rem Odom? Darrell. Ooh, look at this tall man. Come on up here. What's Miss Odom's name? Hey, Mama. How you doing? You looking good. Make sure he keeps you up here.
The Apostle Luke has written something just for this event. And he says they were all gathered together on one accord. I've seen some of y'all since the 7th grade, and I still know who you all are. Dear Lord, we thank you for this gathering. We want you to come down and touch our minds and touch our hearts, and let us be together in one accord. We want you to touch the food, touch the hands that had made it. Make this a wonderful event. We give you the true and honest praise. Amen.
What church are you in?
Greater St. Peter's in Hempstead, Texas.
Greater St. Peter's in Hempstead, Texas. I'll be down there. Because I don't play anymore. I sit by third window on the third row by my godmother. And praise the Lord every Sunday. Please adhere to these things that I'm telling you. Don't have me to go off in left field and having to take a prevention. Talking about, ooh, did I do that? I didn't mean to do that. Number one, on every table, there's hand sanitizer. Y'all see it? Oh, good. Y'all be a good class. Everybody has a mask, right? I see some people looking at me like, what is that? That's the thing you put over your face. If you are not eating or drinking, the establishment is asking you to wear your mask. Got it? Okay, got it. Now, if you I'm like the preacher, you answer me, I can move on. You don't answer me, I'm gonna take a little time, okay? Social distancing required as possible. Now, if you with your honey bun, we can't tell you what to do, how close to be with your honey bun. But if that's not your honey bun, move on over 6 feet. Got me? Okay. Now, the event is being videoed, and we want to look professional, act professional. Come on in here, sister. Wow. You're looking good. And you're welcome. Raffle tickets are over in that corner. Raffle ladies, stand up, please. Get a raffle. Buy a ticket. Okay? They're $10. Donation envelopes are on the table. Take one. Put something in it, because you know you haven't donated nothing all year. Okay? Now, the membership tonight is only $10. And I joined tonight because I was telling the president, which y'all don't know, I am, even if I have to claim it myself, but I thought I'd let him know. Those that went to school with me, you know I am the original Kashmere Ram mascot. Miss Bailey had me out there in that Ram uniform, up and down the field. Dr. Bryan got upset because he thought she was making me a cheerleader. He did not believe in male cheerleaders, but he was okay with him to have a mascot. So she had somebody to make that mascot, and I was in the programs and up and down the pep rallies. So I joined tonight, Mr. President, letting you know, okay? T-shirts are on sale for $20 over in that same corner over there. Have all inductees, have you signed in? Have you gotten an envelope? All inductees. If you have not, see the little lady in the maroon dress back there waving her hands, go back there and sign in. Okay? If you want a veggie plate, vegetables, see the servers back there, see them back there? Y'all wave your hands so they know you. Oh, one obeyed, two obeyed. Thank you. It's just like classroom. There's always going to be students that don't follow rules and regulations. I know I'm not paying you, but I'm the MC. Okay? And I said, all waiters, wave your hands so the people know who you are. Because when I go somewhere and the waiter don't act like they want me there, I get up and move. I wonder why they wanted me back this year. There's going to be a slide presentation, and there's going to be an induction ceremony. I'm asking you, during those two phases, please, like the preachers say, we are now opening the doors of the church. Don't nobody move, go out. Everybody over in so-and-so's family and everybody, they all get up and they go out. So I'm asking you not to go out, not to move. Please let those two entities be sort of sacred and professional. Don't get up taking no pictures. I know you got your little Walmart camera. Do not take pictures until the photographer lets you know that you may take pictures. You'll be interfering. Mr. Photographer and video man, wave your hand. Sit down. Everybody obeys. Thank you. Thank you. I didn't want to have to come down now. Now we will have a welcome by President Russell Charles, the one and only.
Good evening. Welcome to KFAA 2022 Annual Ring of Honor induction. This year, we are inducting 28 former graduates of Kashmere High. We are very happy to honor them because of the contributions they made while attending Kashmere. We look forward to having them be a part of this very significant group of students that helped to put Kashmere High School on the map. By adding this group of inductees to our Ring of Honor, we have now inducted 120 students and 12 coaches. We have also given 24 scholarships to Kashmere graduates over 9 years of our existence. We appreciate your presence here today to help celebrate this 2020 class of inductees into the Ring of Honor. Thanks all the family and friends for being here, and thank you for your support. Thank you.
And now for the famous song, All Over America, the school song, Kashmere High. If you don't know it, just be quiet. If you know it, you can hum along, and that's what I do when I go to Wheatley's Affair. My brother went to Wheatley. I just stand there and look, because I don't know it. We will have Miss Rosalita, oh, I said it right, Mitchell, class of 71.
Good afternoon, Rams. I stand before you this evening to direct us in singing our school song. It's not about how we sound, but it's about how we feel in our hearts about the song. So let us lift our voice and sing this song with joy and honor, knowing that it's just a blessing to be able to stand here again to even sing the song during this time. Kashmere high, Kashmere high, we honor your great name. With our voices we shout to the sky. Thoughtfully we will be to our dear school of fame, always loyal as the days gone by. Our red, blue, and white stands for right as we fight, never forgetting the standards that we claim. There's no school e'er before whose colors mean the same. Kashmere high, you're the one we adore. Yay, Kashmere!
Now, the reason why you heard two sets of colors during the song, when we were in Kashmere in the wonderful years, Claudia Hanna and Comrade Johnson, all of them wrote this song. Our colors were maroon and white. How many maroon and whites in the room? Stand. Let me see. All those went to Kashmere, maroon and white. Okay. Thank you. How many is with the red, white, and blue on Bennington? Would you stand? All right. Look about people. Thank you. I don't know whether you all know the history of Kashmere, how we got Kashmere High School. I was part of that. I lived on Majestic. And we had moved out there in 1956 because My parents moved back to California where I was born, but I didn't want to live with them. I didn't. I couldn't stand my oldest sister. She's getting on my nerves. And so I ran away from home. See, that's why I understand the children. Y'all don't understand the children. Y'all want to be all proper and don't know nothing about their lives. I ran away from downstairs at 1111 Solinaire to upstairs at 1109 Solinaire with my aunt. And that's who raised me until I finished Kashmere. She died 2 months before our graduation. And that's why I enjoy my education and enjoy helping people and trying to do what I can for people, because she died of a stroke of the brain coming to pick me up from church on the East Texas Freeway. And I have made it. Don't tell me what you can't do. I have made it on my own all these years by myself. My daddy came home to get me, and I told him to get back to California because I wasn't going. Because my auntie left me a house and car and this and that. And I wasn't foolish. I realized as long as I had the money and stuff, I had so many friends I didn't know what to do. But soon as I learned how to put a clamp, and soon as I learned how to save, it was amazing how all of those people that supposed to have been my friend that came to the Friday night card game, be a bust, and etc., they disappeared. I stayed in the church, and believe it or not, the majority of my so-called friends are dead. Tell me what God can't do. Okay? At this time, I want to talk about the man that we all, I don't know about y'all, I better say that I love and I like. When you look in your booklet, you will find a legend, Dr. Ira B. Bryant, who was our principal. Is Judah St. Julian in the building? Girl, that was the love of my life when I was in school. We all loved Judah. She was an athlete star. I can't call no names, but I almost got put out of school over Judah St. Julian. Somebody said something about Judy and did something to Judy. I'll never forget this. And I got my little group together. You remember that, Judy? And we caught her in the kitchen, because I remember hitting her with a pot. And they ran and got Dr. Bryant. And I went the back way. And some of them went to the side door. And I made it to my class. I don't know how Dr. Bryant knew everything. But he came to that door and he said, Albert Lemons. And I said, yes, sir. Come here. Yes, sir. Didn't you just leave the cafeteria? No, sir. He said, come on, let's go to the office. Y'all beat up that girl in that kitchen because the manager told me, and she named every last one of you. I said, well, maybe it was somebody looked like me. They had to be mighty ugly because that wasn't me. And I've never forgotten that I protected you when we were in school. We'll talk about it later. But Dr. Bryant was a man of character. He was a smart man. I met Dr. Bryant before he came to Kashmere. He was at Booker T. Washington in 4th Ward because that's where we lived. And my sister, that oldest one I was telling y'all about, she went to Booker T. Washington. And I had to go there. And Miss Bailey was there. And I had to, well, I was being nosy. I was going with my mama because my sister had gotten in a fight or something. But I went down there with them. Then Dr. Bryant became the principal at Kashmere. And I was wondering how he knew everything that I did. Well, my aunt that was raising me, that was her teacher when she was in school. And they were still friends, and I didn't know it. And every time I did something and got home, you know, you can't whip your children now, it's against the law. But I wish I had been back there in them days, because they killed me. Every day I caught 1, 2, 3. Try to go to bed before my daddy got home. He'd wake me up beating me. But that's the things that brought us to where we are today. It didn't kill us. It helped us. And children were children. We just had fun. We wasn't doing all this stuff they doing today. And I'm asking God to kind of help our land and help our children. But it starts with the parents. I said we couldn't talk back to our parents. We couldn't go where we wanted to go. We had to get permission. So, and I hope we never forget, he's buried in Golden Gate Cemetery on Hirsch Road. And amazingly, when you get down to where it splits, he's on the right side, and he's buried next to my son, my adopted son, Michael McQuarrie. And every time I go out there, I have to go by there and thank Dr. Bryant for what he did for me when I was in school. Because I guess if he hadn't watched me, I'd be an outlaw by now. I'm halfway down there. Okay? So that's about Dr. Bryant. Anything else you want to know? His wife wrote a book about him. Y'all need to get that book. It's in the bookstores by Dr. Bryant. Okay. I'm busy writing mine. Oh, it's a mess. I have a ghostwriter. Can't tell you the name of it, but you'll know it when you see it. Okay, greetings from Ram Land, the administration. Get on up. And I want y'all to know I have my Kashmere ram ring on. How did you get one? When they made it, I was so proud of them that we made it and was out of our aura. And Kashmere was celebrated. The principal awarded me this ring, Mr. Bush, and I thank him.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. There we go. Just want to make sure everyone is still woke after listening to Dr. Lemons. I like that hat, Dr. Lemons.
You can't have it.
I can't have it. Once again, good evening. I'm bringing greetings from Kashmere Senior High School. My name is Coach Joshua Harris. I'm the athletic coordinator and head football coach at Kashmere High School. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you guys for having me. Instantly when I walked in, I'm bubbling and I'm overfilling with joy to be a part of such an amazing group. You guys are beautiful. You guys look wonderful. You guys look brilliant. And I want you to give yourselves a round of applause right now. This evening, when we sung the school song, it says standards that we claim. And when I got the opportunity to be the head football coach and athletic coordinator, I told them that we were going to raise the standard, we're going to set the standard, and then we're going to uphold the standard. But from coming today, it just reassured me that we don't have to raise the standard. We just need to maintain and uphold the standard that you guys and everybody else that came before us has set at Kashmere High School. We're doing some great things there, and my job is to develop and grow the athletic programs at Kashmere High School and allow our staff to maximize the potential of every student athlete. Last week, we had a great pleasure doing National Signing Day, and we signed 6 student athletes at Kashmere High School. And that was a great accomplishment. We signed 2 Division II scholarship athletes, and we signed 4 NAIA scholar athletes. And one thing that I made mention is that, hey, you know what, we can go ahead and clap because that's another great accomplishment. One thing that I made mention that everyone on that stage had the opportunity to sign a scholarship, but it was started based off academic achievements. No one would have had the opportunity to sit on that stage if they didn't qualify academically. And so not only do we push athletics, but we maximize the potential by pushing academics first and using athletics to drive academics. One goal that we have is to produce not only the best in the area, but to try to produce kids that's going to have potential to be great in society. And that's one thing that I'm going to do now moving forward is bridge the gap with the Alumni Association and former athletes from Kashmere Senior High to bridge the gap to what we have now. Our student athletes need to see their heritage and they need to see where they come from. And I really wish I could have brought a busload of students to come to this gala so they can see their history and understand that what they have right now comes from a long list of opportunity and they're not by themselves. We're not creating the atmosphere now. I'm reassured that we just maintaining the atmosphere. And not only do they need to see that, our faculty and staff need to see that, the coaches that we have need to see that, and everybody in the community need to see exactly where Kashmere High School has come, okay? So I want your guys' help, and I'm bringing greetings because my #1 goal is to maximize the potential, but I want to bring you guys back inside the school so we can continue to make Kashmere great. Mr. Walker, which is sitting to my right, which have the privilege to be the athletic director over the Houston Independent School District, he called me about a couple of weeks ago and he said, Josh, I have a problem. I'm not calling as your boss. I'm calling as a former alumni of Kashmere High School. Our basketball team needed uniforms and someone donated black uniforms. Black is not a school color of Kashmere High School. And when he called me, I said, yes, Mr. Walker, they wore those uniforms. We was in need of uniforms. And he told me that's not one of our colors. So instantly, I looked at myself in the mirror and I told my coaches, we have to uphold the standard. We have to continue the tradition, and black is not one of our uniforms. So from moving forward from that day, black will not be one of the colors that we wear at Kashmere High School. But this is the last thing that I'm going to leave you guys with. That showed me what kind of tradition, what kind of opportunities, what kind of heritage, what kind of pathway that you guys have set for us. Now, I didn't graduate from Kashmere High School. I understand that. I graduated from the great MacArthur High School from Aldine Independent School District. All right? You can clap. No boos. But this is the honest story. We had track practice on Friday, and I told my athletes, it's not about where I come from, it's about where I'm at right now. And so I'm in the trenches with them, I'm in the battles with them, I'm in the community with them, I'm in the hallways with them, I'm on the field with them, and we're going to come together and make Kashmere great again.
We forgive you for not attending Kashmere, the greatest school in the United States of America. But we are going to make sure that you keep your promise, because it excites me when I see young black men supporting our children, and especially the males. Now, Mr. Walker is one of my favorite, that whole family. And I've never gotten my trophy yet for playing football. Y'all don't know I played football one time. I did one time. It was out there on the field. We was doing the maroon and white. I was a maroon, okay? And they threw the ball. And I caught the ball. This is true, y'all. And I looked up and saw Joe Lackey, Michael, Ashley, some of them tall, Herbert Lincoln, and I was always scared of Herbert Lincoln because I thought he was going to beat me up, coming at me. And I say, Lord, help me and the ball. I turned and ran the same way they were running. I made a touchdown too. Billy Matthews, who was our coach, called my whole name. I didn't know he knew my name. He said, Albert Lee Lemons, as long as you live, and that's your name, don't you ever come back out here on this field. Do you understand me, son? Yes, sir. Get in that towel rack back there and pass out them towels and take those towels up. And that's all I want to see you do when you come out this way. And amazingly, we had Billy Matthews here one year at the school for athletic. I was so proud. I was the only one he recognized. He said, Albert Lemons, the only one that don't know which way to run with the football. So, Mr. Walker, I'm still waiting on my award for my playing football. We will hear from our athletic director, one of the best, and I was so happy when he was selected to be our athletic director in Houston. They had all them other strange-looking people over there, and he has done an excellent job.
Thank you, Dr. Lemons. Good evening. Again, my name is Andre Walker, and I am a 1991 Kashmere High School grad. And I must say that I appreciate all of the support that folks in this room have given me, whether you knew me when I was a student or knew my brothers and sisters, you always have. Whether we were playing, whether I was an administrator, assistant principal at Kashmere, whatever the case may be, I knew I could depend on the people in this room, and I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Today, I'm not here to bring you greetings from the athletic department, but I'm here to bring you greetings from Trustee Kathy Bluford Daniels. She called me one night and was on the couch with my wife, and I answered the phone and went to the garage quickly because I thought something was an issue. And she said, no, there's nothing wrong, Andre. I just want you, and I know you're going, but I just want you to bring greetings to the new inductees and to the Kashmere Former Athletics Hall of Honor. And so that's why I'm here to bring greetings from her. She wanted to say congratulations to all those that are being honored tonight, and know that she supports this group and anything that they need done, supports Kashmere High School in a major way. In addition to that, I must say that there are three I think 1991 grads going in tonight, and I'm so proud of you all. Four. So proud of you all, and just honored to have walked those halls with you all, and glad to see you here tonight. So thank you so much. Continue to support the school. Continue to support the athletic program. Josh, do know that you just opened up a can. So you make sure you hold, just like Dr. Lemon said, hold to everything you said, sir, because these folks in this room will be watching, and we will be supporting you as well. Have a good evening.
Thank you. May God bless our food. May it be a great benefit to all of us. In Jesus' name, amen. Although he said the opening prayer, but I think we need to bless the food also, okay? So thank you. We're now going to give you a little time to eat and talk with one another, because y'all been itching to talk. And I want to get up once or twice and tell y'all, shut up. You know, you're not supposed to say that, talking while folks talking, okay? So now you may talk, you may laugh. Don't get up and go to walking and greeting every table. That's for me to do. Sit down, okay? Finish eating, have a good evening. And we're gonna have music by our DJ. Now play something my feet can move. Although my pastor is here, I have to be careful. My pastor and his wife is here. So I'm going to let my feet do the dancing under this table, okay? I asked Michael, see, I done made me a friend. Y'all don't know how to make friends. When I was in school, I made friends with the custodians while everybody was filling out forms, trying to get their boards wiped and clean. Mine was always clean. They was wondering why. Because I was friends with the custodian lady. I complimented her every day. I didn't care how raggedy she looked. I just needed some rags and water to do my boards, and she got to liking me, and so she started doing the boards. And I didn't have to do them. You need to learn how to do some human skill. Yeah, don't touch that. Thank you, darling. We are now getting ready for the raffle. And it's too late to put your name in there if you haven't already put it in there.
Good evening, good evening. All right, it's that time. I got one quick question. On every table, it was a red envelope. Okay? Did anybody look in that red envelope? That envelope of all the people in here that don't gamble. If you don't gamble, you can donate.
We don't have red envelopes up here.
Okay, because some people don't gamble. Some people don't play the lottery. But you can donate back to your school. This year, we had a pleasure of having 12 prizes this year. In the past, we only had about 7 or 8. Every prize that we're giving away tonight is donated. So if any money made off of this raffle, it's 100% profit. 100%. Okay? And the bottom line, you got to play to win. Okay, I have Miss Charles here. She's going to do the pulling. And the first prize we're going to give out is a 19-inch TV.
Don't forget to sanitize your hands. Don't forget to put your mask back on.
Kendall. I know she's here. Inger Kendall Stevens. Just meet me back there, please. Okay, the next prize, a 32-inch TV. Sammy Johnson. The next prize is a 40-inch TV, 40-inch. TV, Nicholas McDermott. And by the way, Nicholas is our 2021 Scholarship Award winner too. Okay, now we have a 14-inch laptop, 14-inch laptop. Close. Gary Mouton, I know him. He's not present. He's at the Super Bowl. Next prize, a 14-inch laptop. I can't win. Okay.
There you go.
I'll give it to somebody else. Patsy Moorhead Potts. Okay, the last prize is a complimentary night stay here at the Marriott. Initially, when we booked this place, the general manager gave us one night. When I picked up the ticket yesterday, it's 2 nights plus complimentary buffet breakfast. So, I mean, you have a whole weekend that you're only going to spend $10 for. Just think about that. A whole weekend here for $10. Nope. I can't. Nope, that's Sammy Johnson. No.
Ready?
Yeah. Tippy Reaver. Tippy Reiner. Tippy Reiner. Thank you. Again, we have 6 more prizes at the end. So, hey, it's not too late to throw $10 in the pot. Thank you.
All right, let's not forget to wipe our hands. The sanitizer's on the table if you need some. Let me know, we'll get you some. When you get through eating, put your mask back on. If you need a ticket, let's do the raffling. Get that $10 out. If you need a t-shirt, they're $20. Same table back there. A young man, I call all these old men young because they wish they was young like me. This young man I learned that from an elderly teacher, that if you get quiet, the class will get quiet. If you yell and scream, then the class is going to yell and scream. So this side, I want to compliment you. You have done a wonderful job. This side over here, you all are unruly. Won't be quiet until I raise my voice. And I'm trying not to do that. Before the evening is over, I'd like for us to give these waitress and waiters a big round of applause. You know, we just overlook them and see that man carrying that heavy tray with all them dishes. Baby, if I was carrying that, it'd be all over the floor. Can't do that, okay? Okay, the next young man that's coming up, I admire him. He is a musician. He sings with a group. I'll let him tell you the name of the group. He may not want you to know because y'all be bothering him to come and sing. And if you ain't paying him, I don't blame you. He's from the class of 1970, and he's the patron coordinator. So I'm going to let him be the patron, and I'm going to sit down and let him coordinate. None other than Mr. Claude Cummins, Jr. I've been knowing him since he was a little boy.
Thank you, Dr. Lemons. Are there any Rams in the house this evening? Any Rams in the house? Thank you, and I thank the KFAA leadership for allowing me just to say a few words on tonight, and then I'll take my seat. You know, in the book of Habakkuk, it says, write the vision, make it plain. And there are different interpretations for that, but I believe it means creating a vision that is clear and simple to eliminate confusion that can hinder progress. And so let me read the vision of the KFAA. Our vision is to be the light that guides former student athletes to reunite in their support of Kashmere athletics. It is our hope to preserve and celebrate the athletic heritage and tradition of this great school. We will develop partnerships and apply our energies and resources toward a better athletic program. That's their vision. I think that's a great vision, don't you? I really do. And so I want to, just for a minute, focus on 3 words in that vision: reunite, resources, and preserve. Just those 3. Starting with reunite. We should come together more than just at a gala. We can do more for our students if we would come together more. And so I would just urge all of you, whenever there's a need for the athletes or a need at the school, for us to come together and do whatever we can to help them. In the past, KFAA during Hurricane Ike provided water. We provided paper because there was a shortage of paper for some reason. So we had a truckload of paper come in and it was dropped off at the school. During the pandemic, some of the students reached out to me, some of the students' parents reached out to me. I was able to go to AT&T, and we provided 10 or 15 computers so students could study from home. That was done through KFAA. We've given food. We've done all types of things to help those students at the school. But just think about how much more we could do if we reunited more and more of us came together to help those athletes and help our school. And I believe that we can do that if we come together more, reunite more, talk more about what needs to be done, and then do it. So let's all commit to reunite more often and do more. Will y'all do that? Let's do that. Secondly, resources. We can do more if we give more. Simple as that. This organization was started in my office at 1730 Jefferson Street. I think it was Roland Steptoe, Russell Charles, I think it was Delvin Williams, came to my office and said, Claude, we want to start KFAA, and we need some resources to start it. I committed a check, I wrote that check, and look at what has happened. From just one check, look at what has happened in this room tonight. And so just think about that. How many of you were disturbed because you heard that our team had to wear black uniforms? And I think they told me about $12,000. We can raise $12,000 in here tonight, to be quite honest with you. You know, I mean, we can do that if we try. That's our athletes, that's our school that we're talking about. And so we need resources to be able to do more for our school. We give scholarships. Think about it. We got kids that have gotten scholarships from this organization. Give yourselves a round of applause. Scholarships have been given to students because of KFAA. We can give more scholarships. And listen, you don't have to write a big check. I'm sure Roy will take $25 a month. He'll probably take $10. He's waving his hand back there. He'll take $10 a month. But I'll tell you what, I had committed $1,000. I was going to tell all of you that I'm going to commit $1,000 tonight. But because of what I heard tonight, I'm going to commit $2,500. And we're going to raise that money for those athletes. We're going to do that. I believe we can raise money here tonight, and we can raise money in the future. We can help more students if we do more. We've had teachers come out of Kashmere. We've had doctors come out of Kashmere. We've had lawyers come out of Kashmere. A number of individuals that are doing well, that have opened businesses. We can do more to help these athletes. We should not be waiting on donations. We can do more to help our athletes. And so let's all commit to do more. And then finally, preserve. Preserve. Don't let there be any doubt in your mind that are people that would like to take away and get rid of Kashmere. And not only Kashmere, but other schools in this city, traditional African-American schools in our communities. Don't be fooled by that. Don't be fooled by some of the stuff you hear. Listen to me. If we've got a school board member that can say the reason why our students are failing is because of our teachers, and say it publicly and proud of it, we should all be concerned about making sure that our communities and our schools are preserved. And that was a dog whistle. That's exactly what that was, a dog whistle. It was a racist statement that was made. And to be honest with you, we all need to be concerned about it, and we ought to be doing everything we can to make sure our communities are saved, our communities are saved, our schools are saved, because there are some that want to destroy our communities and destroy our history in our schools. So it's about preserving also. I think sometimes we're being too passive about things in our community, to be quite honest with you. I think we need some radical dissatisfaction in our communities to speak out more. Too many of us think that we have made it, right? I mean, there are those in the community that think they have made it. But listen, I think Al Evans used to say this some years ago, that we're only a few laws away from the cotton field when you think about things that are taking place in this country right now. Look at how they're taking away voting rights from us, making it harder to vote. And so let's do everything we can to preserve our communities. Let's do everything we can to preserve our history of Kashmere athletics. And I hope that we will work harder to do that. And let me just say why that's so important to me. I mean, it depends on the history. You know, and this is my Black History moment, and then I'll sit down. My wife is from Selma, Alabama. I don't know how many of you know that. And whenever I go to Selma, you know, I stand at the foot of the Edmund Pettus Bridge, and we all talk about, of course, Congressmember John Lewis and Dr. King and others that did real great work, right, leading in the civil rights movement. But I think about the 400 others that marched with them. That's what I think about. On Saturday night before Bloody Sunday, and I just want y'all to think about this a minute, there were 400 people sitting in their rooms, in their homes, probably saying to themselves, I don't know if I'll live to see the results of what I'm going to do on Sunday. Because they knew that those police officers were going to be on that bridge, right? I mean, they knew that. So if they knew that and they did it anyway, why did they do it? They did it for us. That's why they did it. And we should clap for them. They did it for us. And so what's my point? My point is, it's time for us to do what we can for those that are going to follow us. The athletes at Kashmere and others that are going to be following behind us. This is our time to speak out on things that people are doing to try to take us backwards. If we don't do it, who's going to do it? I don't want my grandchildren and great-grandchildren to question what I did in this moment. I want them to know what we did in this moment. We stood up for our voting rights. We stood up for our school. We stood up for our communities. Thank you so very much. We can do better. Let's do better. God bless all of you, okay? Sorry, Dr. Lemon. You can start it now.
You just stand right there. I want to thank Claude Cummins Jr., who used to live down the street from me, his mother and father, on Majestic in 5th Ward. I went back there to talk with him. And you see, you never know what God has in store. A young man on the end, I know his mother. I didn't know I knew your mother. Great educator, principal over there at Cook. Well, my goddaughter's over there. She teaches kindergarten. That's why I'm over there. Okay. I have struggled for many a year, and I thank Brother Cummins here. My pastor back there was a young man, Reverend Timothy Criswell, Senior. Please stand. I'm always proud of my pastor no matter where I go. 5th Ward Missionary Baptist Church, and his wife, Stan. She's a Mary Kay person and has written 2 books. So we are amongst many, many people that they said wouldn't make it, but we made it. And I'm very proud of that fact. Also, Mr. Cummins, I would be giving $1,000 myself out of my pocket because I believe in helping. When I go to our class reunions, I always give scholarship for the kids. And some of you sitting here got pockets full of money. Oh, I know. Because I know where mine is. It ain't all in the bank. And I want to see how many of you will stand tonight. Now, this is not on the program. And this is an individual something. I went down there and asked a young man, what do you need? And I always know what they need because I've been there 55 years. And I want to thank his wife. She thought I was a young stud. Ooh. I had to let sister know I was 77 years old. She said, oh. So that changed that program. I want to see how many of you will stand if you're going to give something to Kashmere's athletic department. Would you stand on your feet? I don't mean to put you on the spot, but either you are or you aren't. All of you that don't mind giving to Kashmere, that young man is working hard trying to make a name for himself over there as a coach. All of you that don't mind giving. Now, I didn't say you had to give like Brother Cummins, me, $1 here, $10, $5, $25, $100. Okay, So are you saying you will not contribute? Oh, well, would you stand at this time? All of you that don't mind donating to Kashmere Athletic Department, would you stand? See, there are people you will realize. Now you look at these faces, so when you see them again, you will know them. Because I read all the time in Proverbs 15, 17 verse, a bowl of vegetables. Now this is in the Bible. With someone you love, and we say we love Kashmere, is better than a steak with someone you hate. So examine that scripture. I love Kashmere, and I've been gone a long time. But when it comes up to doing something for Kashmere, I'm right there. Okay? So I want to thank you that stood up. How should we do this, Mr. Walker?
Well, I believe that if everyone would give Josh, Coach, their name, contact information, and then he can connect with you.
Come say that.
Okay, Coach. Okay.
That's a donation card on the table. I'll talk about it.
Okay. So come on, you'll handle that. I don't need to say anything then. He'll handle that.
Good evening. My name is Roy Cook. I'm a chairman of the finance board, and one of our main responsibilities is to raise funds and give funds to the school to assist them in their endeavors. This year, we've been very fortunate. We had a chance to connect with Walmart, and we are part of a community giving program. We had one of our former athletes make a generous donation to us, and so. And with y'all tonight that's going to donate, should be some red cards on your table. If you have the funds tonight to donate, put it in the red card. If not, then you can contact KFAA, and we will do whatever it is, to get to you, to get your money to us. Okay? All right, before I close out, we give at least 4 scholarships a year, and usually at the banquet, we try to have the students come back so we can, see what kind of progress they're making. This year, fortunately, we were able to get only 1 back because the rest of them are out of town or out of state, and school has already started. But tonight, I'd like for Mr. McDermott to stand up. Okay, this is one of our scholarship winners. Okay. Also, he's attending Houston Tillerson. Okay, so we're keeping the money in the family. All right. Also tonight, as we normally do, we make a donation to the school from the organization. I have to apologize in my haste this evening. I ran off and left the check. But if Coach come on up here, I can shake his hand and tell him how much I'm gonna give him. Okay, hey, no problem. Okay, we giving $1,000 to the school just for this period of time. You know, we fix ice machines, we fix dryers, we bought some supplies and stuff, and we do that constantly during the year. And so any donations we get will help us be able to give more to them. And I want to thank everyone for coming out tonight, and we really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Okay. We're now getting ready for the ring of honor induction by Mr. Chris Roy, class of '93. Now I'm asking you again. No, I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Sit down. Be still. Don't move. It's being taped, video, whatever you want to call it. And please get the waiters to kind of wait till this part is over, because they don't have nowhere to go but home. That's where they better be going. Okay? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Chris Ray, Kashmere, class of 1993. I sit on the Former Athletes Advisory Board and Committee Chairman. Before we get started with the Ring of Honor inductees, we're going to conduct a slideshow, so please turn to your left.
I'm making you a cup of pink cashmere. You got to know how I feel about you. I'll always want you near. I'm making you a cup of pink cashmere. I'm counting every minute of every hour till you are here. Girl, can you understand? I never used to go dancing. I was a good man who'd rather stay at home. Now, when I think about how much I miss you, I wanna talk to joy and thank him for that alone. I am not alone. I'm making you a cup of pink cashmere. You got to know how I feel about you, baby. I always want you near. I'm making you a cup of pink cashmere. I'm gonna count every minute of every hour until you are here. About you, baby. I feel about you, baby. I wanna make a little pretty cooler. I'm gonna count every second, every minute, each and every hour of every day. Till you come on back to your little man.
right. This year's 28 Ring of Honor inductees covers 4 decades of Kashmere athletics. Let it be said that we have some of the most outstanding Rams who have achieved on and off the court, even after high school. This class is no exception. And by me being on the committee to induct and to elect these wonderful 28 people, it's an honor and privilege to be here once again to recognize our accomplishments on and off the court, after high school, and to the present. So without further ado, I'm going to announce the first Ring of Honor inductee, which is Elder Eddie Lee McKelvey Sr., class of 1960. Let's let him hear it. Come on, come on. Pastor McKelvey was part of the first state championship team, basketball team in 1960, which finished 38-1, that tied with Dallas Madison. Pastor McKelvey played an integral part on that team. He is the patriarch of the McKelvey family. If you grew up on the northeast side, there is a McKelvey in your class if you went to Kashmere or Barber, Georgia. He supplied Kashmere Senior High School with volleyball players, basketball players, football players. Everybody except his youngest son, Dashawn, could play. So what I question, there is a McKelvey. And it started with Elder Pastor Eddie Lee McKelvey Sr., class of 1960. Let's let him hear it. Our next Ring of Honor inductee is Mr. Larry Johnson, class of 1962. Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson was a basketball and baseball player at Kashmere Senior High School, a two-sport athlete who helped pave the way for Rams in both sports. As Mr. Johnson takes his award, let's recognize that he signed with Southern University after high school to play with his classmate, Michael Ashley. And after leaving Southern, he began a long, distinguished career at the post office for 43 years. It goes without saying that he is here today with his family to celebrate this achievement. From the class of 1962, Mr. Larry Ellis Johnson. Our next Ring of Honor inductee is Mrs. Judy St. Julian Horton, class of 1963. She was mentioned earlier by her classmate, Dr. Lemons. After reading her bio, I thought this was very remarkable. She won 4 city titles in volleyball while at Kashmere Senior High School. She's an 8 Letterman winner in sports in volleyball, tennis, and swimming. What a achievement. What achievement. Mrs. Horton is here celebrating tonight with her husband, who might have a word with Dr. Lemons after this is over with. But she had a remarkable career at Kashmere Senior High School, 4 city titles in volleyball. I don't think anybody can match that. From the class of 1963, Mrs. Judy St. Julian Horton. Let's give it to her one more time, y'all. From the class of 1964, Ralph E. Cooper. Yes, we have a Ralph Cooper too, not just Worthing. Ralph excelled as co-captain for the Kashmere baseball and basketball teams during his time at Kashmere Senior High School, where they finished co-city champs and district champs in baseball. Ralph is standing here tonight with his family, and he deserves every accolade he has, especially this Ring of Honor. He also, too, had a long, distinguished career at the post office. Ralph Cooper, class of 1964. All right, our next Ring of Honor inductee is Miss Annie L. Brown, class of 1965. Miss Brown. She was a member of the National Honor Society, Business Club, French Club, Student Council, and the Senior Service Club, which she played 4 years of varsity on volleyball, another volleyball player. Miss Brown, after graduating, she moved to Los Angeles, got an LVN license, came back to Houston and worked 33 years at the post office. Boy, we got a lot of post office people in here tonight, don't we? A lot of post office people. Ms. Brown, you deserve your achievement from the Former Athlete Association, your Ring of Honor inductee from the class of 1965, Miss Annie Brown. Come on, y'all. Up next, Mr. Rayford Willis Jr., class of 1966. Here to get his award is his daughter, Rachel Fletcher. Mr. Willis is in the hospital, so let's keep him in our prayers. Boy, Rayford, I mean, it's some astonishing people that came out of Kashmere. Mr. Willis was on the district basketball team that beat Wheatley in the PVL championships. He did 2 years in the Army. And Mr. Rayford Willis also worked at the post office. He moved up in the post office, became the supervisor of quality work of life for 30 plus years of service. Let's keep your dad in our prayers. He deserved this honor. Class of 1966, Mr. Rayford Willis Jr. All right. Let's get them hands clapping. Come on, we ain't at no funeral. Let's go. Next up, class of 1967, Mr. Christopher Middleton. Christopher Middleton, class of 1967. As he make his way over here to the podium to get his plaque, Mr. Middleton was voted most handsome at Kashmere Senior High School. I don't know what. You see, and he got the stroll to go with it. Look at him. He got the stroll to go with it. Graduated from Lincoln University with a bachelor's degree in physical education. Christopher Middleton still represent Kashmere Senior High to the fullest. Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 1967, let's give it up for Christopher Middleton. All right. You can stroll on back. No, I'm sorry. All inductees, I apologize. All inductees need to come to the Ring of Honor section. I'm sorry. Mr. McKelvey? Oh, they already. I'm sorry. Good. Y'all good. All right. Okay, Mr. Walker, no problem. I don't work for you, though. All right. From the class of 1969, let's give it up for Mrs. Kathy Phelps Burrell. A 3-year tennis player at Kashmere Senior High School under Coach Ozell Harris. She strived to be excellent. As she comes and take her plaque, she attended North Texas State University, which is now the University of North Texas. She went on to be employed with one of the Houston's largest CPA firms. Look at her. There she go. While working in high school in the Southwest School District, she served for 2 years as cheerleading squad co-sponsor. Here tonight with her family to accept her plaque and her place in Kashmere Ring of Honors. Let's give it up for Ms. Kathy Phelps Burrell. Cheerleader and tennis. Come on now. Now, here's the part where I enjoy the most. As we do know, there was 2 locations. So we just say this is the 4400 Kelly version of Kashmere High School. They had the maroon and white. But the decade that defined Kashmere Senior High School started in 1970 when the spicy version moved over here to 6900 Wallerville with the red, blue, and white. Let's not get it twisted. They set the foundation. They laid the asphalt. They put the foundation down, but we turned them asphalt streets to roll of gold. Them streets of gold into 6900. 6900 put us on the map. They put us on the map. We took it to a whole nother level. Starting in 1970. 1960, okay, well, correct me, but still, y'all, but you part of that too. You part of that. You part of that maroon and white. You got me. But the 70s defined Kashmere Senior High School athletics. It defined the school in general, and it was voted in the Houston Chronicle the school of the decade of the 1970s. Don't forget that. You can look that up on Google. Google it. So, without further ado, from the class of 1970, Mr. Sammy Johnson. Oh, I'm sorry, Calvin Robinson. I'm sorry, class of 1969, Calvin Robinson. I apologize. Calvin Robinson. I'm sorry. Calvin Robinson. I got ahead of myself. From the class of 1969, Calvin Robinson. Calvin, don't hit me when you come up here. I'm sorry. You're a big dude. Calvin Robinson, who attended Texas Southern University after high school. He was a football star for the Kashmere Senior High School varsity football team that finished 12-1. After the distinguished career in the military, he opened up his own heating and air conditioning service. Mr. Robinson, accept your award with pride and accept my apology. From the class of 1969, Calvin Robinson. All right. From the class, another class, 1969, Mr. Hillary Willis Jr. Let's give it up for him. This is my guy. This is my guy, Mr. Hillary Willis. He was a football player under Billy Matthews, and after he graduated Kashmere, he went to Texas Southern University. While he was in college, he worked at Houston Light and Power, now CenterPoint Energy. Working his way up through the company, 40 years of service at CenterPoint. He retired, and all he do now is drive around that pretty truck and that Corvette. I love to see that man coming through. Mr. Willis is no stranger to us. I love him dearly. From the class of 1969, Mr. Hillary Willis Jr. Thank you, sir. Now, we on to New Kashmere. Now we on New Kashmere, 6900 Wildeville version. So let's give it up. Let's give it up for 1970 graduate Mr. Sammy Johnson. My man. While at Kashmere Senior High School, Mr. Johnson played on the 1969 semifinalist team that finished 12-1, the best record in Kashmere history to win football. That's a long time ago. In 1969. Long time ago. He went on to get his degree from Texas Southern University. He's a minister. He's still in education, mentoring young people to keep them out of trouble. And you can't ask for a better person to be in the Ring of Honor from other than Kashmere class of 1970, Mr. Sammy Johnson. Let's give it up for him. All right, Mr. Johnson. All right. Now we're moving on to Russell Charles and them classmate. Floyd and them, it's always somebody in class of 71 up in this little group. From the class of 1971, Maurice Ashbury, baseball. Maurice Ashbury, baseball player. Retired from Foley's. And during my time at Kashmere High School, he was still volunteering coaching for the Kashmere baseball team. And you see him in his all red. He gonna stand out. He gonna stand out tonight. From the class of 1971, Mr. Maurice Ashbury. Let's give it up for him. Smile. There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Maurice Ashbury, class of 1971. All right. Another class of 1971 inductee is none other than Miss Karen Gentry Kellum, class of 1971. Represented here tonight by Mr. Darwin Murray, class of 1978. All right. Miss Kellum, while at Kashmere, she was voted Best Personality, Parliamentary of the Student Council, and member of the Cosmetology Club. When she left Kashmere, she attended Michigan State University, University of Houston, and Fairleigh Dickinson University, and graduated summa cum laude. Come on now. Summa cum laude. With over 4 decades of leadership experience in audit, compliance, and risk controls at various international firms, not limited to, she worked at PricewaterhouseCoopers, American Express, J.P. Morgan Chase, and AIG. I'm telling y'all, when you read these bios, when you get home, you can be like, wow, this is what we produce out of Kashmere Senior High School. All right. So, on behalf of myself and the Ring of Honor, let's give it up to class of 1971, Miss Karen Gentry Kellum. We're gonna keep this 1971 train going by bringing up Miss Andrea Harding. Let's go, class of 1971. She was captain of the tennis team 3 years. In her 3 years playing tennis, Kashmere played second in district twice. She's a 3-year varsity letterman under the direction of Coach Ozell Harris. After graduating Kashmere Senior High School, she attended the University of Mary Harding in Baylor in Belton, Texas on a full scholarship. She graduated with a degree in business management administration. Oh my goodness, come on now. Come on, come on. After graduating, she worked at Exxon Chemical in the accounting department. She was promoted to accountant after 1 year, and she spent 22 years of service at Exxon. Come on, Miss Harding. From the class of 1971, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Andrea Harding. Y'all put them hands together, it's kind of dry up in here. Y'all come on. Now this one here, he's a favorite. Everybody should know this man. From the class of 1971, John Roberts. Come on, John Roberts. Lil John is what we call him. Lil John, come on. Lil John is what we call him. He's been battling some health issues. But after graduating Kashmere, this man was a proud supporter for Kashmere athletics for at least 45 years. He was there when I was there. At every game, every practice, what all he could do to support Kashmere Senior High School, Lil John was always there. Come on, Lil John. Come on, get your plaque. Come on, get your plaque. Supported here by his classmates, Russell Charles and Floyd Gibson, Miss Linda Strauss, Lil John, and Uncle Larry Edwards, who always with Lil John. This is a proud moment right here. Come on, Lil John, hold your plaque up. Come on, Russell Charles, let's help him. Ladies and gentlemen, John Roberts, class of 1971. Come on, John. All right. All right. All right. So we moved on from class 71. Whew, okay. So now, our next Ring of Honor inductee is no stranger to us, Mrs. Joyce Branch Mills, class of 1972. Wait a minute. Mrs. Mills, okay. She at Kashmere Senior High School, she finished in the top 10% of her class. She was a member of the National Honor Society, and she was runner-up for Miss Kashmere in 1971 and 1972. She attended the University of Houston, but she graduated from Southwestern Baptist Theological Seminary, where she earned a degree in advanced theology and a Master Arts degree in Christian education. All right, as a proud member of the Church Without Walls, Mrs. Mills, who I see in the audience, I see her daughter over there. We went to school together. Mrs. Mills is raised a beautiful family. She's here with her family tonight. Let's give it up for class of 1972, Miss Joyce Branch Mills. Dunham, class of 1973. All right, Mr. Dunham, Mr. Donald lettered in football and track at Kashmere Senior High School. He graduated with a 4-year scholarship to Lamar University. Graduating from Lamar University in 1977 with a degree in fine arts and education, he began work at Floyd Engineering Company as a pipe and design draftsman, and he's here tonight with his beautiful wife and his family from the class of 1973, Mr. Frederick L. Donald. Oh, okay, so from the class of 1973, let's welcome Mrs. Mary Burleson Wiltz from the class of 1973. Mrs. Wiltz, the brother of Calvin's sister. Okay then, Calvin Burleson's sister. After graduating from Kashmere Senior High School, she got her associate's degree. She worked at Bethel Corporation in 1976 in the accounting department. She held various jobs and departments in the general ledger, conducting jobs in the general ledger, billings, accounts payable, accounts receivable. In 1979, she married Mr. Clarence J. Wilson. They have a blended family of 5 beautiful daughters and 11 grandchildren. From the class of 1973, let's give it up for Mary Burleson Wiltz. Also, one more, class of 1973, Mr. Reginald Jones. As he stroked, nice suit. Look at him. Everybody's so dapper when they come up here. Reginald Jones was on the track team where he ran the 4x1 relays. He was one of the leading rushers in football his senior year in 1972. He spent an illustrious career at Union Pacific Railroad and he's retired now, hopefully, 39 years at the railroad. Growing up in the historic Fifth Ward, he chose to come to Kashmere Senior High School. So ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for class of 1973, Mr. Reginald Jones. All right, class of 1974, let's give it up for Mr. Michael Smith, baseball. In 1974, Mr. Michael Smith graduated in the top 10% of his class. He excelled in sports, which especially baseball, where he was a 3-year letterman. He was all-city honorable mention as a senior. He was recognized as all-district and an all-city player in the greater Houston area. He accepted a scholarship to Southern University, where he also went with Joe Pittman and Larry Washington and Michael Kent. So after leaving Southern, he did 38 years at the United States Postal Service. I told you some postmen up in here. Michael Smith did an outstanding job as a student at Kashmere Senior High School, and he's doing a wonderful job as an alumni at Kashmere Senior High School. Without further ado, let's give a round of applause for Michael Smith, class of 1974. I really believe, I thought last 2 years ago we was done with the 1975 National Championship basketball team inductees, but lo and behold, here comes the guy, he was the straw that stirred the drink. Without further ado, let's welcome class of 1975 basketball, Mr. Madison Lane. Madison Lane. As a senior, he was ranked the number 2 point guard in the state. He helped lead with his teammates Carl Berg, Jarvis Williams, Carl Godin to a 46-0 record and a state and national championship title. He graduated Kashmere Senior High School with a 3.7 GPA, signed a scholarship to Rice University, where he played 2 years and wound up finishing for Prairie View A&M. After graduating, he opened up his own business, getting in real estate. He has been dealing with some issues, but my man, Madison Lane, this is your moment as you join the rest of your teammates, Carl Bird, Belcher, Jarvis Williams, Cargo Dean, Henry Small, in the Kashmere Ring of Honor. Let's give it up for class of 1975, Mr. Madison Lane. All right. From another classmate, from another round from 1975, let's welcome Mr. Kenneth Lyles, class of 1975. Kenneth Lyles. Baseball player. Under Coach Abram, he was a standout pitcher. He struck out 11 batters. He graduated in the top 10 in 1975. Followed that up with a 4-year scholarship to Prairie View A&M University. He earned a Bachelor of Science degree in Industrial Technology. After graduating Prairie View, he went on to teach at Powell Revere Middle School for 31 years. Kenneth Lyles, class of 1975. This is your moment. Wave to the crowd, Kenneth. Wave to the crowd. Kenneth Lyles, Kashmere class of 1975. All right. Let's move it right along to Mrs. LaVon Willis Smith, class of 1977. That's Anthony Smith's wife. Okay. This might be the first time we had a husband and wife in the Ring of Honor. This is it. This is the first time. Mrs. Smith graduated in her top 10% of her class in 1977. She was a 12th grade attendant on Miss Kashmere Royal Court. She graduated with a 4.0 GPA. Followed that up with a scholarship to the University of Texas. Oh, that's remarkable. Remarkable. Currently, her and her husband own Smith Mobley Construction, and this is the first husband and wife inductees in the Ring of Honor. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together for Mrs. LaVon Willis Smith, class of 1977, joining her husband and her brother-in-law, and husband Anthony and brother-in-law Gary. Boy, this is it. This is it. Who? Michael who? Get out of here. Get out. Oh, okay, well, brother-in-law too. All right. All right. Oh, excuse me, tough room. Bulldog. Oh, my God. Bulldog niece. Okay. You learn something every day. All right. So we moved through the 70s. So we're gonna trek on down to 1985, none other than class of 1985, Mr. Carl Randall. Baseball. Carl Randall followed his family to Kashmere. He was the last one, I believe, in his family to come to Kashmere out of them brothers and sisters over there off Hoffman Street. Mr. Randall was a baseball player, earning a degree to Houston-Tillotson University. He played 3 years in Houston-Tillotson, and he was in the minor leagues with the Texas Rangers organization. Look at him. Look at him. He's still cut up. He in shape, like he can go back and play again. Look at him. Look at him. He graduated Houston-Tillotson with a degree in physical education and a minor in English, which he went back and got after he promised his mother. He's currently working at Southeastern Freight Lines. He's been there 25 years. Let me hold something, because I know you got it. I heard about Carl Randall growing up. I never saw the face, but he stayed like 3 streets from me. So now I get the pleasure of inducting in Carl Randall, class of 85, in the Ring of Honor. Mr. Carl Randall. All right. So we gonna head on to the 90s. And this last group is so special because I went to school with them. We're gonna kick off the 90s with the class of 1991 with Mr. Antonio Armstrong, here represented by his uncle, Harvey, who's in the Ring of Honor, and his sister, Antonio Armstrong. Antonio was a two-time all-district player at Kashmere Senior High School. After Kashmere, he accepted a full scholarship to Texas A&M University. He was the Cotton Bowl, 1994 Cotton Bowl defensive MVP at linebacker at the University of Texas A&M University, excuse me. He went on to get drafted by the San Francisco 49ers. He played with the Dolphins. He played in the CFL. After he finished his playing career, he opened up first-class training gyms all across the city, and we love him and we miss him dearly. Kashmere, class of 1991, here with his represented by his sister and his uncle Harvey, Antonio Armstrong, class of 1991. All right. Also from the class of 1991, let's give it up for Miss Donna Bass, class of 1991. She was a three-sport letterman. Volleyball, she went from volleyball to basketball to track. She was a three-time all-district player in basketball. She excelled in track. She was all-district in volleyball. She led Kashmere. During her time at Kashmere, they made it to the playoffs 4 straight years in basketball. As you see her classmate is getting on her, please stop. Donna Bass was a 3-year letterman in all 3 sports, and she currently has a heck of a position at AT&T, where she's been employed the last 26 years. Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 1991, Miss Donna Bass. Don't fall. All right. From the class of 1991, let's put our hands together for Mrs. Inga Stevens Kendall. Cheerleader, co-captain of the cheerleaders, and she ran track. As a captain of the cheerleaders, she cheered on Kashmere through them times where we just needed them cheers to get over that hump, especially when we played Booker T when they were blowing us out. She cheered her hardest out. She cheered all of them. Also, she was a district qualified in the hurdles at running track. And I've been knowing her for a long time, and this young lady been doing hair since Fleming. I mean, if you went to Kashmere, she did somebody in your family hair. She's been a cosmetologist for the last 30 years. And ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and privilege to welcome Mrs. Inga Stevens Kendall in the Ring of Honor. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2022 Ring of Honor inductees for the Kashmere Former Athletes Association. Let's give it up for them. Let's give it up for them. This is their moment. This is the time we celebrate. Come on, one more time. Let's let them hear it. Let's let them hear it. Let's hear them hear it. On behalf of the committee, the Kashmere Former Athletes Association Committee, we appreciate all of you coming out during this time. It goes without saying, we skipped last year. We didn't induct anyone. But I tell you what, just to see everybody in the building tonight, it's an honor and a privilege to meet all of you. Thank you, and God bless. We'll see you next year. Good job. Always.
All right, remember, do not get in the way of the photographer. Wait till he tell you you may take pictures. Y'all give Chris Ray a round of applause for a job well done.
The program is not over. Don't leave. Don't leave. We got another raffle. Do not leave. The program is not over. Take your pictures. Take your seat. Let's go. One more time. Let me see it. Let me see your program. We got a dedication song. Oh, right there. Come back. We got a dedication song by Kashmere's own Miss Janice Green Cooper, class of 1973. Let's give it up for Miss Janice Green Cooper, please. Huh?
Okay, all of you over here, they're asking me down there to tell you to move. Okay, I'm going to sit on
Good evening. I won't hold you long. I know you are ready to go home, but I've been asked to do this dedication song, and I pray that you receive it in the spirit that is being given. Thank you. Open your eyes and look at us now. We're going forward and we won't turn around. We've come a long way to get where we are, and we won't stop till we've all played our parts. Open your eyes and look at us now. We have combined our souls and our minds so that our labor is not done in vain, and we can learn from the heartaches and pain. Look at us now. Look at us now. I'm a survivor, you're a survivor. We won't turn around. We are here, we are there. Open your eyes. Open your eyes and see who we are. From all walks of life, we've journeyed afar. We've worked together right from the start, and we can feel the success in our hearts. Open your eyes and see what we've done. Look at the problems that we've overcome. There have been struggles, but now we are here to face the future without any fear. So look at us now. Look at us now. I'm a survivor, you're a survivor. We won't Take a look at us now. Yes. Take a look at us now. Yes. Take a look at us now.
I don't even have to go to church tomorrow. I told this young lady I don't have to go to church tomorrow, and I already got it. I don't have to hear the choir. Okay, if you all would remain seated, they will dismiss our honored guests. Thank you. So now you see what Kashmere has produced through the years. And we ought to be very, very proud of our school. And not only have they produced them, think about what's ahead. All right. We are now getting ready for the second raffle. You got it going, girl.
Okay. 6 more lucky winners. The first thing we're raffling off for the second raffle is a Coach Purse. Coach Purse. Sharon Bowen. Sharon Bowen. Okay, the second prize. A pair of earrings. Carl Godin. He got his wife over there, so it's cool. Hey, Carl, go back there and get him. Okay, the third prize, another Coach Purse. Coach Harrison. Coach Harrison, okay, from Kashmere. Okay. Yeah, Harrison.
work that he put in high school, that's what that's another. I mean, those guys, what they did, during the time frame is special. It's special. Son was one of the most talented athletes. Even though he wasn't the size, Let's make sure Jonah send us them pictures. Hey.